outrageous amounts of license fees, and they could do the calculation. Three out of Fortune 500, 20% of them could use it. I mean, you can out with the math. It's going to be a phenomenally successful company. So what they do is they gauge the interest from the investment fund, and so from 7 to 11 it went to 22 to 25, and March 9 is sitting in World Trade Center because we're going to go public on that day. So the bankers, they have the order book. They said, well, we have received orders for 25x of the number of shares that we're going to sell 3.5 million shares. We received orders for 25x that amount, and we closed the book because there's no point taking any more orders. So they said, okay, what price should we go public? Okay, we'll go public at 30. So we'll go public at 30. We could go public at higher, but the problem is we are already bumping into the limit of what the SEC will allow us to do, because there's a rule which says that from your last filing price, you can increase by 20% and still go public. But if you increase by more than 20%, the prospectus is to be recirculated to all the investors. So this is March 9. So from 25 you can go 30, that's 20%. Interest was such, we could have probably gone public at 60. But that would require refiling the prospectus, which would have pushed us into the next week, and that was the danger zone. So I still actually have $1 note signed by the banker saying that they recommended 31, and I was selling some shares, so that $1 was worth $150,000. So I said, okay, I'm losing that much money. Sign it for me that that's my, that's the money I'm losing. So anyway, we went public. The stock didn't open for 2 hours because there's so much demand. So the way it happens is you file at some price, and then till the buy and sell orders match, you can't start. So we opened at 96. And it went as high as 154 and then closed at 141. So from 7 filing price to 141 is a 20x jump. And you're told that that's never happened in Wall Street. Wow. Now, this is March 10, 2000. For those who remember, NASDAQ hit 5,026. It's never hit that again, right? Monday morning, the market drops 500 points. And the Selectica price never hit the price that it hit on March 10th. It was a pretty, it went up and down after that, but March 10th, the day of the IPO, was also the highest we ever hit, because the market went on a slide that some corrections happened, but if you look at the smooth curve, it was a pretty steep fall from March 10th down to the end of the year. And then the market started recovering in 2001, and then 9/11 happened. So I remember summer of 2011, business was picking up, and the expectation, the market's picking up, and 9/11 just completely killed the recovery. 9/11, anyway.
Sanjay, I have a quick question on this. I think that was a great high, and we discussed this often, right? Selectica should have scaled up, much beyond what we talked about. The question was, we had the best of the clients, Cisco, Dell, IBM, named them, lot of money in the bank. You had a technology that was outstanding, what is the word? But did not reach, the kind of segment that we wanted it to, the mid-size segments, whatever. So maybe I want you to talk a little bit about it as to where was that point where, it did not kind of reach the expectation that we had.
I think it happens to every company. Companies start with some product, they're successful, and they need to evolve. And clearly we failed to evolve. Now, why we failed, we can all sit down, I have some theories, I can take some blame, Raj can take some blame. We have to also remember 2000 was, after 2000, not as the stock market, but the whole business climate collapsed. Companies were short on business, they were not buying things, and for a small software company, it was very, very hard to start selling. Y2K, actually, if you don't realize, Y2K was actually the big impetus for large enterprises to retool their ERP systems. And along with that came a lot of technology. When the Y2K scale passed, it's like that coupled with the dot-com collapse suddenly sucked out a lot of money from the enterprise software business. So that was that. And I think I had health issues. I quit in 2003. So there are a lot of reasons. Who cares? Move on, right?
I think my take on that was, maybe the technology was too very complex for the mid-sized companies to absorb, without much of a risk.
I don't think that. Look, Selectica has tried very hard. I mean, after I left in 2003, I left the board in 2006. The management that came didn't understand the business. They tried to kill the business, and the customer said, "Look, we love the software." And so Cisco is still using it. I mean, 13 years have gone by. Every single, I was told, Cisco is now a $40–50 billion company. Every single product Cisco sells goes through our software. Selectica software, it's not my software anymore. It goes to Selectica software at least 2 to 3 times. So I mean, that to me I think is a measure of success. Not the IPO, but the fact that 13 years later, for the largest company in the world still uses it. IBM has spun off, Lenovo wants it, the PC1, now the PC server, they're still using it. GE Medical Systems, there are a number of companies. So I think that's ultimately what I take pride in. So the technology worked. It was not that. I mean, it's that we needed to diversify, do more things. And
let's move on to the KIFX engagement.
So after selecting, I said I had some health problems. I took some time off. Walked a lot. Went to Cortical for Ayurveda and all kinds of stuff. And so I was kind of retired for 2–3 years. And it's like, okay, here's the funny thing. I'll be retired, right? So we'll say in the evening, let's go to someone's house. So we'll call 5 friends. Oh, I just got back from work. I'm too tired. Maybe you should come tomorrow. And it's like, there's no friends to spend time with. I'm retired. No one else is retired. So what do you do sitting at home? So I said, okay, time to get back to do something else. So a friend of mine, was actually a manager at Zero Spark. He was doing some very interesting work on, search is like, you're looking for something, it's very transactional. You go search for something, you find it, answer, and you go away. But we are also consumers of content. You're interested in a topic, you're constantly researching, you want to learn about it. There are no good tools. You can do an RSS feed, RSS readers, but that's very constricted. You have to subscribe to a particular site. So he had an insight that we can build very intelligent technology that learn from your own reading habits, your own fine-grained topic models, and constantly go to the web and bring new content. So that was the theory behind KIFX. So it'll be like a personal information valley. And we built great technology. We have like 13–14 patents. And I was a big consumer of that personally because, I could build, I wanted to learn about cricket, but I'm interested only in the rule changes. So we could build something as precise, so articles about rule changes would come to me and nothing else would come in. So, but we're trying to do a consumer thing. And if a consumer comes to your site, does not get value in 30 seconds, they'll go away. And we could not figure out how to take such a complex technology and make its value apparent in 30 seconds. And that's sort of the thing for consumers. So if you don't see value in 30 seconds, you lost them. And they'll never come back. And we couldn't do that. So right around the same time, I said, mobile is happening. And mobile, I think, I went to this talk, this guy, Om Malik, he runs something called Giga Home. Indian guy, he was a newspaper guy, went to US and became a technology analyst, has a newsletter. And so we had a bunch of IT entrepreneurs invited him over. He said, we have great technology innovations over the centuries, but the mobile device is unique. Why? It's a personal device. Only you have it. It knows your time of the day. It's with you at every location. So it tracks you by time. It tracks you by location. It's only yours. And it's cloud connected. It is not like it's not like this and I'm holding it and that's it. Even though the phone is in my pocket, it can talk to the server, it can talk to Google, anything. So there's never been a device like this. It's a game changer. I said, wow, that is amazing. I mean, I've been thinking of e-commerce and all that kind of stuff. And there you have to open up a laptop or go to the computer. Now it could be a device that can be prompting me. I said, I want to do shopping again. And I started looking around and through some friends ran to Bobby, who was looking at something similar, and that's how SpotZot got started. So the intuition behind SpotZot was consumers are not going through traditional channels. If you look at USA at least, how do you find out what's on sale? You subscribe to the newspaper. Sunday newspaper in USA is about this thing. Yeah, if any of you know USA, the news would be this much. The rest of it is sale paper. Macy's, Best Buy, they'll all have big, 8, 10, 20, 15 page flyers. They'll tell you what's on sale, coupons, new items, and so on. And when I first came to US, that's how I used to get sale information. We'll wait for Sunday newspaper. Oh, I'm looking for a shirt, so go to Macy's and look at, I want to buy the next camera. You go to Best Buy, you cut it out, and then you walk into the store and say, I need 10% off. Over the last 15 years, people stopped reading newspapers. Then they go to the desktop. Now they don't even go to the desktop. You're out there, I need to buy something for my wife. You take out the phone, where do I get it? Who's going to